never seen a flower like this before. A lot of them I probably haven't seen.
Well, no, but I mean, really, that photo is just like, it's surreal looking. Look at that thing.
It's like a creature. I want to name each and every one. This is Taiga, right? Taiga, like the rapper?
Yeah.
Taiga Bicolor Double Blossom Clematis Plant, M67048. Again, brand new today. Look at all of this look you're getting for $27.36. 3 easy payments of $9.12. This is a stunner.
Yeah, it's totally stunning and exotic looking here. What you see right next to me, this is a good scalar representation of what you can expect Clematis Taiga to look like, certainly by the 3rd season. In some growing climates that have a long growing season, you might get this amount of growth in the 2nd year, certainly, but this is for certain what you could expect. If you're in zone 6 and above, and that's back to that hardiness zone map, right? If you know your hardiness zone, zone 6 and above, this is a great new variety of clematis that you should try called Taiga. And just look at those bicolored flowers. I mean, they just, they're like handcrafted works of art here. And literally in this representation they are. The photos, of course, speak to the reality of how close our folks got to matching this sort of unusual nature of these flowers to this wonderful model we've got to work with here today.
It is an unusual look. Now, this is a climber, right?
Yeah, it's a great vine, ultimately in the 5 to 6 foot range if you have it in the ground, but that's kind of small by clematis standards. So the story there is that you could really grow these in containers. Again, we are conscious of the fact that vines can take up a lot of real estate sometimes, but who doesn't love a vine? Who doesn't love something this beautiful that kind of wants to twine and climb and move all over the place? So we really looked at new clematis coming out in the market and said, we want to try something that's going to have a little more compact size. And like for a vine, 5 foot's like, that's small, right? So they can get bigger, certainly. This is Clematis Taiga. It's also double. Yeah, I think as you can obviously see, there's just lots of petals sort of shoved in there. And kind of this 2-color thing going on. They kind of open in this greenish ochre color and then purple and blue, and they kind of just keep turning colors and aging as they last throughout the growing season. Full sun, of course, just like for all the rest of our clematis. And if you've got a place where you can keep the roots kind of cool, that's another good tip too with clematis, is they don't like to be, they can tolerate the heat without any problem, but if you have a part shade, full sun to part shade is a good place for clematis.
Shade. Yeah. Is there any fragrance to this?
Not so much, no. I mean, it's really just a piece to look at, and we'll see when those photos come up again too, just the intricacy of those flowers, the novelty of these flowers. There is nothing else on the market as flowering vines go, in really up to zone 6 in this country that looks like this. This is a novel new variety, with Cottage Farms here on QVC, which we're proud to bring it here and have it here this season. It's really only been recently introduced in the European market, and now it's just come to the U.S. and we occasionally like to snag those things up and make sure we get to have a little newness here on QVC with our friends out there looking to do some gardening this year.
There's just so much movement and so much like dynamic just wow going on with this piece. There's a lot going on, and it's so full. It's going to get so full like this.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, and I'll let you hold that sort of ship sample again too, because look at that. It's going to turn into that? It's going to turn into that. This is, so what you're holding there is what folks can expect to receive when they open that box up at the right time for planting from Cottage Farms. What I'm standing next to is really what you could expect after a couple of years of growth in your garden. So, I mean, vines like to grow, right? Clematis like to grow. They're vigorous. They've got a lot of energy. Give them a little turret, a trellis, a little obelisk, whatever you want to use to
give them an opportunity.
Just give them an opportunity to
give
climb.
Give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
That is exactly right. So this is Taiga Bicolor Double Clematis. Again, we can't emphasize enough just how intricate and unusual these flowers are. Double, 2 different colors. It's a great new variety.
I feel like this might be so out of the box, but I feel like this is a flower and a plant that you would see in like one of those new superhero movies, like on a different planet.
It is
totally.
It doesn't look like anything else.
I've never
it is
seen
unprecedented
anything like it. There's
way.
so much personality coming through it, and the blooms are so large.
Well, every garden's got to have a piece like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, every garden needs to have kind of that charismatic personality plant, right? I mean, especially for people who just really love plants. What a great kind of collection collector piece, a special plant to have around that your neighbors probably don't have, your gardening buddies probably don't have, because again, it's a new variety.
Yeah.
So you're getting it here today, the chance to really grow something new and special and novel. Going to have some bragging rights here about how special this clematis is.
Well,
this is Taiga.
We only have about 850 of these left already.
Great.
So if you want those bragging rights, I would reserve your Taiga as soon as possible, because that's what we're doing. We're
right,
reserving.
you're reserving today. We will ship them to you at the right time for planting. That's one of the great things about Cottage Farms and how we sell plants here on QVC, is in order for you to be successful, because we're frankly passionate about your success, because that's what keeps you coming back to QVC and to Cottage Farms for plants year after year. We're going to guarantee this for a full year from the time that you receive it. And again, you're going to receive it at the best time for planting based on your zip code and your hardiness zone.
I mean, taking all the guesswork out
That's
of
right.
it. I mean, can you just come and plant it for me too? And water it, fertilize it? Can you do that for me?
That's another service package. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
All right, so that is M67048 for that Taiga. Brand new today and already limited.